Welcome to the Blue Cafe Stories. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal and redemption. Please like and subscribe if you are enjoying what you are hearing. Now on to today's story. It's done. Served her yesterday. Update: I had her served yesterday. For those asking, I wasn't in a good state of mind to write about it yesterday. Still not really, but I will get it off my chest. I woke up and left the house, got myself some breakfast while waiting for her to leave for work. Rented a truck, went back home and changed the locks. My friend and her husband came over, he brought a friend and we packed up her things. We loaded up our bedroom furniture that I got her as a wedding gift, my couch, my dining table. Just all the furniture she defiled. Took it to storage. Put all her clothes in garbage bags. Was going to throw her dirty clothes in with the clean because my friend wouldn't let me. We got done after 11 am. At around lunchtime, I bought flowers and chocolates and went to her work. I went in, gave her the flowers and candy, gave her a big hug and a kiss. She was all smiles and blushes. Her co-workers were doing the "oh that's so sweet" thing. I told her that I would love to take her to lunch, but I had to go get a checkup on my leg, but to not make plans for the night because I wanted to give her a night she would remember. I gave her a goodbye kiss and started walking out. At this point I'm going to start calling her GM, Ducking Tom or FT. As I was leaving I saw her boss and gave him a big smile and said, "Hey, Ducking Tom, how are ya?" Gave him a wave and left. Then I went and got some lunch. At 2 p.m. a deputy would be walking into my wife's work to serve her. At 2 p.m. I was standing in front of FT's house. I texted him the picture I took on the day I caught them. I took a selfie in front of his house and sent that too. I knocked on the door and Mrs. FT answered. She knows me a little bit from parties and things my wife's work had. I told her that my wife and her husband were having an affair. She didn't believe me. I showed her that first picture I took and I showed her a selfie they took while my wife was giving him a blowjob on my couch. And she ducking slapped me. I just stood there and she started crying. I gave her a thumb drive with everything pertaining to my wife and her husband that I had. I told her my wife was cheating on me with multiple men, get checked for STDs. I gave her my lawyer's card and my number. Then she asked why I was doing this to her. And to be honest, why did I do that? I hurt her pretty bad. I feel like the biggest piece of shit for doing that. I told her she had a right to know and felt like an asshole for giving her that answer. As I was leaving, that's when my phone started blowing up. Didn't answer any calls or texts. I just went home. When I got home, I changed my FB status to divorced. I started reading the texts from my wife. WTF is this? What are you doing? All that shit. I messaged her back and told her she could come to the house at 7 p.m. and not 1 minute before to get her clothes. Apparently, FT didn't tell her what I did right away, as I imagine he had his own problems at the moment. But my wife sent me a text a little later, mother duckering me up and down for telling Mrs. featuring, so he did tell her. My friend that covered up for my wife, gonna call her Amber, started calling me. So I answered. I answered with, "How long have you known that my wife and FT were having an affair? Please don't lie to me." And she told me what I suspected. The whole time. Since before my wife and I had met. The whole ducking time. All this time, I was the side piece. My whole marriage is a sick ducking joke. Let me tell you, that's a bitter pill to swallow. I asked her why she didn't tell me. She said it's because they thought I would go apeshit, get violent and such. I told her that she knew me better than that. She said she kept it secret because she was her friend. What about me? I wasn't. I asked her if I knew her husband was cheating, wouldn't she want me to tell her? As a friend, wouldn't I be obligated to let her know something she should know? She said yes. So I hung up and sent her pictures my wife had taken of her and her husband, and texted her back with my lawyer's number and said that my lawyer has everything I know. Then I told her never to contact me again. At about 4 p.m., my wife showed up at the house and found out about the locks. She started banging on the door and yelling. I didn't answer. She tried calling again. I turned my ringer off. Then she broke a window and left. At close to 7 p.m., 2 deputies parked out front. One is one of the people that helped me move stuff earlier. His wife showed up, also my friend. 7 p.m. rolls around and my wife showed up. She looked pretty subdued. Pretty sure her and Amber had gotten into it by then. I gave her her clothes, the storage key and address, my lawyer's card. Told her that all contact with me will be through her. My wife started with the "I love you" crap. We can work this out, she's sorry, she loves me, a mistake, she doesn't love them, it didn't mean anything. I just pointed at my lawyer's card. She said that it's her house too and I can't kick her out. I told her it's my home and that she literally ducked herself out of it. This when she got really loud. All the "I love yous" turned into "duck yous" and "I hate yous." The deputies turned on their lights and neighbors had come out to gawk at the train wreck. I remained fairly calm and had my hands at my side through this. She kept screaming at me. I think she might have been drinking. She started crying that she had nowhere to go, and when I told her that I don't care. Well, I learned something new about my wife, she can throw a right hook. Gave me a fat lip, and a bloody nose. I didn't move. I just stood there and let her do it. She tried scratching my face. The deputies restrained her. I declined pressing charges. Told them to just make her leave. They filed an incident report so I could get a TRO. Actually, I'm glad she did that. When she left, I went back in, and while I was cleaning myself up, all that shit I should have been feeling for the last 2 months started to hit me. I'm pretty exhausted right now. I thought I would feel better after this all got out. I don't. I feel ducking awful. I'm not someone prone to crying, but I've been doing a lot of that since last night. There's almost 600 unanswered texts and calls on my phone and it's growing. I'm going North Carolina with our mutual friends. I don't want any of them trying to mediate things. I'll sort them out some other time. I didn't call my son last night. I've always called him every night. I'll tell him tonight. He'll probably not be upset by the news. He wasn't fond of her. Well, that was a proper job. Especially on Amber, who learned the rewards of hiding cheating conduct firsthand. I'm glad you didn't react to Mrs. FD striking you. You were composed for that? Blow up the world of your WS and AP. Amber can't really be mad, though. It sounds like she condones cheating. You can't say it's okay for your friend to cheat on their husband, but it's not okay if yours does. Amber earned it. It would have been nice to have heard the conversation between Amber and Op's ex-wife. Yes. That would be delicious. Maybe if you enjoy getting mad. Seems like it'd just be apologetics for her behavior and turning Op into the bad guy. She absolutely did. She learned her lesson too little too late. Now she can feel what Op feels. Man, what I wouldn't give to see her reaction to the pics of her hubby with her BFF. If anyone ever deserved to be cheated on, that's Amber. Op, I think you did right by Amber, despite the fact that she aided your ex in her cheating before and during your marriage. You showed her the right thing to do. Amber and your wife are birds of the same feathers. Just make sure that your wife does not start spouting lies about you. i.e. you being abusive, always a favorite, or a mean drunk, or that you do not pay any attention to her, etc. The first chance you hear her talking and or bad about you, please let her know, through your lawyer, about the slander/libel laws in your country, and that you'll be happy to pursue them. Yup, Amber was really dumb, not knowing cheaters know no loyalty. Her man was just as good as anyone's man. This is why you never stay friends with a cheater. All too probably she was posting on adultery sub-bots too. Proud her hubby didn't know. I do and don't feel bad about doing that. I absolutely steered our conversation to her, saying she would want me to tell her so I could spike the ball. I feel bad for their kids. They were all frequent guests at my home. Amber earned it. Mrs. FD did not, unfortunately. Still, had to be done. That one unfortunately was collateral damage. Actually weaponized collateral damage. Now FD has to fight on two fronts, home front and work front. Because I would definitely run the situation to HR, Facebook, and made it known I was going to name the company as the facility that most of the action took place. Not good for business. Both will be unemployed. And FD will still have to pay his wife out. I hope she bleeds his butt dry. Also, you can bring a suit against FD as well. It's called alienation of affection. Since you did not give him permission to enter your relationship, and he was the one whom your wife was cheating on you with, you can get a judgment, and so can FD's wife against your wife. Consult your lawyer on it. Inform FD's wife. Every time they get a paycheck, income tax check, etc., it will have a chunk garnished out for being scumbags. Feel bad for the kids, but this is on both of them. And her friend just reaped what she helped sow. How did Amber take the reveal, by the way? Your story sounds almost as good as mine. As a matter of fact, I could literally submit your story to my cheating ex-wife and she would think I was _Lacak. Hang in the man, and remember, you can get mad but not violent. Just think about how many lives were ruined by cheating in this story. At least 6 directly. Absolutely unbelievable, and that doesn't count all the kids. Congratulations, sir. Reading your post and history, I feel weak, and marvel at your strength. Your comments about your brother's betrayal really impacted me. I know you have that wonderful son to live for, so I know you'll survive. I've read enough comments to know you are proceeding like a boss. You owe us nothing but to heal yourself as best as can be expected. Please update it if you can sometime when you have more time and more perspective. Your story is a help to others who have been deceived. Thanks for sharing your terrible experiences. She carried on with the boss the whole time. Dude, that woman is nasty. Glad you put her in the street. Congratulations. I think you handled it about as well as you could under the circumstances. Yes, FD's wife was pissed, but you did the right thing in telling her, though maybe not in the best way, and she'll realize that after some time. Just make sure you stick to contact only through the lawyer, and when your friends try to mediate, just ask them how you fix a marriage with someone who's been cheating since before it even started. That's what gets me. It was never whole to begin with. I'd known Amber and her husband for 7 years before my SDBX came into the picture. She introduced me to her. She was there when I proposed, and not once maybe you shouldn't do that. I mean, she just let me walk right into that shit show. Why? So she could have a BFF at work. I really can't wrap my head around that. Rocket like, well, Amber gets what she deserves for being such a terrible friend, finding out her own loser spouse was cheating on her too. Indeed, a true friend always has your back, especially if such a friend knows what's coming at you. This Amber girl's no good. Exactly. People like that are no friends at all. I had a friend who was cheating on her BF, and I always told her to leave him or leave the AP, as it wasn't fair to her BF. Everyone else encouraged the cheating and said YOLO. People like that are disgusting and just like to watch the drama in others' lives. Most likely explanation, Amber's a cheater too. Wouldn't surprise me. The old adage says, birds of a feather flock together. Was thinking the same thing. Yeah, Amber was a shitty friend, but your ex will surely have other friends and family try to mediate, and she'll likely get their cooperation by only telling them part of the story. If she says, I've been cheating from the start, but help me fix this, no one but her closest family will actually have the guts to get involved. Her family might, but you know they're only looking out for her, so you shouldn't trust them anyway. I am glad this part is over for you. You can start looking forward instead of backward. Lock those damn videos/pictures away. We had discussed the Amber/husband connection in one of my previous comments. I said, I don't like being petty, but it does seem delicious that you can tell the friend that while she is helping your SDBXW hide her affairs, her own husband was cheating on her with your SDBXW. This is karma writ large. If nothing else, this became very real for Amber. Sometimes this is the only way people like her learn what betrayal means and that cheaters and thieves have no honor. As for FD's wife, her reaction is typical. It is part of the denial stage. She did have a right to know. You were connected to her, via a messed up way, and you were the only one to be honest with her. Everyone else in her life lied or cooperated with a lie. You're not an Amber. I wish you well. Have you ever wondered if Amber was part of all that too? I mean, like in a threesome relationship. Honestly, I don't think she was. Not that I can ever be certain about anything. It's not anything I really want to think about too much. Sir freaking righteous. Your whole marriage, man. She was using you the entire time. She even smashed her best friend's husband. Yes, she sure is a wildfire. I'm pretty sure your scorched earth isn't done, however most of them knew what they were doing. That disgusting woman had no loyalty to anyone. Oh, and please don't feel like crap. His wife needed to know she could have contracted something. Oh, and please press charges at least. I hope you focus on what's important in your life, son, and your work. I know you feel like a two-time loser, but you're not. You are a man that got dealt such a crap hand in the marriage world. You're here now, wiser and stronger. So please have a good cry and rest. I'm so sorry about your friends, but now you know. As for your ex, she burned everything down. I hope she likes walking through crap. That woman is so damn broken, but she isn't your problem anymore. To the streets with her. Oh sweet justice. Her entire worldview collapsed, and it couldn't have happened to a more deserving person. She will have absolutely nobody to turn to, which is the best part of this. I have no sympathy at all for her. I declined pressing charges. I hate it so much when BS says this. I want her gone. I'll have to deal with her maybe once or a couple times more. When she gets a lawyer. I don't want to have to deal with her over an assault case too. There's an incident report. That serves me quite well actually. There's a TRO on their way. That serves me well too. Also, it would solve her problem of having nowhere to go. Lol. Clever reply. And maybe help her think twice hitting the next man. When I was reading Op's post, the moment I read that she hit him in front of the deputies, that was the exact thought that popped in my head. Yes, that was a missed golden opportunity. Having the SDBXW locked up on a domestic violence charge would have been just a little more sweet revenge for him. Law enforcement witnesses the assault. No need for Op to participate in prosecution to obtain a conviction. This does not make sense. The police do not need your permission to charge a crime they witnessed. Not really how it works. The police do not allow lockouts of wives. It is like the number one thing they virtually all have in common around the country, to county sheriff, to county police, to state police. They are especially vigilant of lockout of spouses, and they don't care. Maybe she never pushed it with them, but most interactions like this end with the police telling you you can't lock her out. Good luck though. Well, she would have a place to go for the night. It is truly unjust, but there is no penalty for the emotional murder your wife committed against you. For the assault she would definitely do a day or two in jail. But for fucking up your whole life, and wrecking 3 marriages, she gets off scot-free. No justice. If it's a small town, people talk. There will probably be more dominoes to fall as more of her behavior comes to light. All it takes is one person to strike the match, which is what OP has done. SDBXW may end up having to leave the state and move to the opposite side of the country. Northern Alaska might be a perfect place for her to cool her jets for a while. This comment is great, but there's no words to do this justice. I've been at work reading and stunned for like 5 minutes, so sorry to hear this OP. Take time to sort through this and never let this fuckskin excuse of a human get near you or anyone close to you if possible. It sounds like you have some amazing friends. They'll be there for you to lean on during this. There's really no words. Press charges for assault. You may not want to now, but it's important and might be useful later. You'll be happy you did. You're the man. Good job in burning the world of your soon-to-be ex-serial cheating wife to the ground. Dishonest, lying people that take advantage of good fellas deserve extreme punishments for their vile actions. They deserve to be shamed. You were tough but fair. If you're ever gonna doubt the severity of your punishment, just remind to yourself, she was joking with one of her APs about your dick. And who knows how many disgusting things she said to her APs behind your back. It's sick. It's evil. It's unforgivable. She blindsided you like a mother ducking deer on a highway. Now it's her turn. The karma bus hit her so hard that she'll remember this day until the end of her days. She said some shit behind my back. Then she deserves your fury full force. This, but only because multiple guys long-term talking about you, perhaps incensing her family, feel violent towards you, including her father. Oh no, you removed your post. I've been waiting 4 days for your update. Hope everything went according to your plan. I didn't remove it. Modbot removed it, so I am pretty sure it's gone for good. Probably get banned if I post it again. OP, I think that there's a way you can create a post in a subreddit with your own name and make your posts there. It should not be removed by the modbots. It would probably be removed again. I don't believe I violated any rules. It took me almost 4 hours to write it. I'm really not in a good mental or emotional state to write another one right now. I don't see any removed posts in your history, so I'm not sure about what post you're talking about, but you can read removed posts if you change the URL a bit. We would appreciate it if you wrote your update on your previous posts. I'll see what I can do. Nicely played. Game. Set. Match. Get that TRO because she's crazy. Good luck, mate. Savage. Please take good care of yourself over the next few days. When the excitement wears off, your mood could dip severely, so please make sure that your support system is ready. Please use them. You have been strong so far, but it's okay to rely on your family and true friends now too. 2020 is a year that no one will forget. Guess your ex, Amber, and the APs will remember it more than most. For you, it's the chance for a new beginning. The karma bus is rolling over lots of people today. Hopefully her boss is unemployed now. You did the right thing. I am a woman and I say that wholeheartedly. The wife also needed to know. How long can you live in denial? You didn't want her to live a lie with that piece of trash. She should have thanked you. Honestly, your wife is one of the worst cheating, disgusting, abhorrent human beings that I have read about on this subreddit. She was only using you from day one and screwing everyone with a penis within her radius. You need to spend time with people that truly care about you. Get an Airbnb near your son and give yourself time to rest and heal. Everyone reading this is in your corner. We all support and stand by you. We wish you the very best. You took out the trash, now you need to focus on yourself. Good luck. Well said. Perfectly even. Ditto dude, your post reads like a Lifetime movie. I am sorry that this all happened to you, but I would be lying if I didn't love how you executed on this. Look, at the end of the day all of this carnage is squarely in the laps of two people and you are not either one for them. There are cheaters who felt entitled and excused from any retribution. For bad people to proceed with their actions, good people must do nothing. I know a difficult time, but you took back your life. What I find most curious after all the exposure you did with Amber, the fact that she was willing to stand next to her at the door just blows my mind. Oh no. Amber wasn't there. My friend was there. Too, actually. My friend's husband is one of those deputies. Okay, sorry about that. Did you contact your old employer about your colleague as well? Hope you are well, considering the shit show this must have been. Take some time and visit your son, remove yourself from that place and let your lawyer handle things. Good luck. Not yet, but I feel like he got a clue yesterday. Does her family need to know too? They will. I've been getting some pretty hateful MSGs from my Phil. When he cools down I'll give him some of the tamer proof I have. If he thinks he can express an opinion to you, then he has earned the full reality. Give him the best image. He may only have half a story, her half, at this point and be reacting to that. Pretty much my thought on it as well. I'll let him cool off a bit. She's probably with him now. This was the only safe bolt hole you left her. Think carefully where to meet him and when. The well has been poisoned, and when you meet him it might be wise to let him talk first so that you can clarify any misunderstandings when he runs out of steam. Rocket like op and turbo slut wife don't share children, thank God for that. Is that the type of fuel you get at the town pump? Oh my God, smiley face, I'd not only send him everything but I'd still say that's only the half. That should get her disowned for good. She wants war. Let there be war. Also you should tell her company that they had frickfests and the people. That should get her and some people fired. Getting her fired and blacklisted as well as disowned would be a great way to make her happy. I'm sure your Phil is just worried about his daughter, any dad would be. I would be gentle with him, perhaps just sending him the photo of her and the boss kissing outside your house, with a few words. Nothing explicit. Just something light. That's my intention. I'm not going to send him pics or videos of his daughter being a skank. Not gonna do that to him. Send the kissing pic and tell him you have much worse. If he doesn't believe you or continues to berate you, then show him the whole truth. I wouldn't. Revenge porn laws are a thing. You should be brutally honest. She's not being. So you need to be. Well, I would disagree because he decided to stick his 2 cents in. I would at least send, I can supply a photo of your daughter having sex in my house with FT, would you like it? Make sure to censor the naughtier bits so you can't be charged with revenge porn. F that, give him everything. Also contact HR at her work, they're going to be very interested in a boss/employee relationship. And Amber. OMFG. So. The whole courtship, proposal, wedding planning, honeymoon, everything, your STBX was cheating that entire time. Holy duck balls. Amber and your wife are lucky this is all you did to them. My hat's off to you, this was a wickedly wonderful plan. You may not feel like it, but, you sir, are a rock star. The way you handled this entire situation is unbelievable. You remained calm when you were assaulted twice, and you informed everyone that needed to be aware of the situation. You have been in pure planning and preparation mode, and now it is time to decompress before you do the divorce settlement. I am wondering if you should file charges to ensure that your ex does not get unreasonable during the divorce hearing, spousal abuse allegations, etc. I have to admit that I felt really good about the poetic justice on Amber. Sending strength. He indeed is a mother-ducking rock star. Hake is teaching to all of us the appropriate way to deal with serial cheaters. Wow. Yeah, the Amber bit was just perfect. Damn. They never consider the fallout. They never consider not involving people you know in their infidelity. Don't shit where you eat. Apple is for idiots. Those are two things they need to know but never learn. I look back at how many wives of friends eager to stray. I never could do it. I don't get it either. Husbands or wives cheating. Just don't get it, me neither. It seems that half of the population aren't wired for cheating and the other half are. Unfortunately for those of us not wired for it, end up with those who are. Wish cheaters were born with a large neon flashing C to save those of us not wired for this hell from entangling ourselves with them. I was a missionary once, helped revive churches in my home country. People confess stuff to missionaries, and I was changed forever by the amount of people telling me they had cheated. I now consider it to be Mother Nature and quasi-normal. Yeah, my missionary wife cheated on me too, so I am a member of this club and know how it feels. Apple products is how I caught my ex, but I had set it up, accessed his phone and computer to set up text forwarding. But he was shitting where he was eating as well. He won't be my problem soon. Dude, you are absolutely the man. The added flowers and candy, brilliant. As for the so-called friend, yes, the shoe is on the other foot now, and it's not so funny for her now. Anyway, I do wish you peace and hope you move on quickly. You okay? Was just gonna ask that. I hope so. Please press charges if your lawyer gives you the okay. No point paying medical fees for something done to you. Good job extracting yourself from the situation. Mrs. FD may not thank you, but you did the right thing. I got a fat lip. Nose isn't broken. No medical bills. Oh, then tell your lawyer. It may help with the divorce. Press charges if he thinks that helps your case, 100%. The exchange with Amber was savage. Holy karma coming right down the tracks. Is it weird that I'm slightly envious of you? Look, getting cheated on sucks, but the regret and shame is for the cheater to bear, not you. You got the luxury of going out in style without being a monster. You didn't behave in a gross way in which people start to sympathize with the cheater. Many people get hurt in life by others, but not many of us get to knock them down a peg while still being seen as the one that's been wronged. I'm really happy this worked out as imagined. I was a little worried that it may not get the reaction it did and you would fall in a deep depression, but it worked out as planned, so that's a positive. It's okay to cry, as even the toughest of us do. Crying doesn't make you weak, just human. I can't imagine how you must be feeling knowing that as bad as you thought it was, it turned out to be much worse. Though it may be painful to know your entire marriage and relationship was a lie and you were the side guy the entire time, I feel at this point the more information you get, though painful to receive, only helps you to drown all emotions remaining for that woman. My advice is don't block out everyone, as you're going to need the support of as many as you can get. My suggestion is to talk to your friends and make it very clear from the beginning that if they even hint at you working out any form of reconciliation or talking to your wife, you're going to hang up and go North Carolina with them. I feel like in doing so you will be able to get the support you need while also filtering out who your true friends are. Trust me, you're going to need the support. Don't let anger or shame cause you to drown alone. Almost forgot to address this, don't feel bad for ducking Tom's wife. She was in shock, denial and embarrassed, as many people who get cheated on are. Don't let her words asking "why are you doing this" to her haunt her. You didn't go there to hurt her. You went there to help her by informing her of her husband's betrayal. She was living a lie, and now she gets to make a decision based on all the information at hand, whether that means leaving him or working it out. I can't say she will ever contact you to thank you and apologize for slapping you, but I can say that she will forever be thankful of what you did. Remember, she can choose to live a lie, but it should be her choice. Before you came along, she didn't know she was living a lie. Wow, my man? Just wow. Damn, this even hit me. I really have no words for you right now as I type this. She is vile, bro. Just plain disgusted how she treated you. No one should be treated like how she treated you. But you did everything right, or better put, you did everything that was right for you. Time and patience are your best medicine right now. I promise you, this pain won't be forever. But do grief in a healthy way you can possibly do, and don't let it consume you. I truly wish you all the best and many blessings to you. So I hung up and sent her pictures my wife had taken of her and her husband, and texted her back with my lawyer's number and said that my lawyer has everything I know. Then I told her never to contact me again. This was delicious. But I think you should savor it a little more. Ask Amber if she knew her husband was on the game. If she didn't know, then you should point her that having an ultra-cheating friend is not a good way to protect her husband, and that she is the most idiotic woman on the face of the planet, and then block her. Unbelievable. If this is real, you are incredible. You are really strong. Congratulations for your decision. Not everybody can do the right thing. I've never gotten chills before, but that was a roller coaster of a story. The amount of courage it takes to do that is seriously impressive. I'm beginning to think it was stupidity on my part this whole time. Maybe I should have confronted her right off the bat. Maybe I spared myself more gaslighting. I don't know. You handled it like a champ. This will always be how she remembers you, as the man who was calculated in his actions and never allowed her to control the narrative. In your situation, I would wish I had the strength you showed. I know my STBX would also have an assault charge. Well, it's an anniversary she won't forget. You did everything right except not pressing charges. You could use that to speed up divorce or get more favorable settlement. I'm so sorry you feel so awful, but you know it's for the best, and she deserves everything that'll come her way, and so do her APs. You've just got to keep in mind that how you're feeling will only get better from here. Every day will be easier. Wishing you the best of luck, op. You deserve every happiness in the world. What can I say other than? I love the smell of napalm in the morning. It smells like victory. Your story is simply incredible, and I'm pretty sure your life will change for the better moving forward. Strength and honor. You did great. Take a deep breath, and some time to grieve and focus on yourself. Also, I won't judge your intentions, but the boss's wife deserved to know. And may I suggest, find a distressing technique, meditation, yoga, deep breathing, etc., because the ride has only just begun. The divorce will not be easy. She won't let it be easy. She's going to make it take longer and try to derail it as much as she can. That punch to your face, you're going to miss that. Basically what I'm saying, and I wish I had known this myself, is be ready for the worst, and have some self-care techniques in place, which will help you deal with what's coming next. Good luck. It's brutal what you had to go through, but at least you don't have to hold it in any longer. Sorry for your pain. It sucks to have to join the club of people who've been betrayed by those they thought were their best friends. With fair weather friends like these, who needs enemies? Wish you all the best with your healing. Seek counseling if you haven't already. You cannot afford to show mercy or kindness to an individual such as your wife. You should have pressed charges. If you still have the opportunity to press charges, do so. This isn't about being petty. You will need every advantage you can get. Go buy yourself a nice ducking bed. You've earned it. You did what you had to do. I'm just sorry that it had to happen at all. Your wife was ducking at least 4 guys that you know of, including her friend's husband, and she has the balls to say that she loves you and you can work this out and they meant nothing. WTF. How many years has this been going on? BTW, duck you Amber. Like I said before, I'm so sorry you're going through this, but in a few years she'll just be someone you used to know. Keep absolutely no contact and it'll be easier in the long run. From this day forward, the only dialogue you should have with her is in front of a lawyer. Good luck. Thank you for the update. Although it may not feel like it at this moment, you handled this so well. It is perfectly natural for you to go through an emotional letdown at this point. Keep doing what you're doing, maintain no contact for your mental and legal well-being. Give yourself permission to feel bad about this. Don't judge yourself for feeling how you feel or reacting as you need to. One bit of advice I have is to allow yourself to open up to and lean on some good friends. It sounds like you have a few who were there for you yesterday. Let them continue to be there for you and don't cut them out. As far as the mutual friends go, I understand why you may want to tread carefully there. But at some point, if it feels safe to let a couple of them in, you may be surprised to find that you have more support than you realized. Assuming that any of them are quality people, of course. If they are all like Amber, then you are already doing the right thing. Please continue to use this community for support as well. Even if it is just a place to vent, screaming into the void here can be therapeutic. I needed this before I went to work. I'm sorry about your nose, but happy you're free from that sex demon. I'm pretty sure she probably slept with a lot of your mutual friends' husbands, so if you're going to go scorched earth, burn everything and everyone to the ground. Could you elaborate on the side piece comment? Your SDBXW knew the boss before you were married and had an affair during the entire time. Why wouldn't the boss leave his wife, or why did your ex feel the need to get married knowing that anyone she married would have been thrown out like last week's trash? What in her sick mind could possibly justify her actions? Also, companies frown upon affairs between managers and subordinates. You may want to see what actions you can take against her employer. Your ex's boss is likely to get fired. Men are a lot less attractive when they are unemployed. Cheaters go after instant gratifications, thrills, and get turned on by their sneaky and shady and secretive behaviors. They do not care about anyone's feelings, they're extremely shallow and selfish. Hell, sometimes they have such a low self-esteem they do not even care about themselves. So there's the explanation. They're actually pretty simple to figure out once they reveal themselves. They're not wired like normal people. They're not good people. They're evil. They're bad. They belong to the sickest of the strata making up a society. Chin up, King. Now you can focus on what truly matters. Your child and your happiness. Hang in there, brother. Then she asked, why was I doing this to her? Emo, this is just her way of dealing with a shit situation. You didn't do anything wrong, but putting the blame on her husband would mean admitting it happened. I'm sure that one day she will be thankful that you told her. You did the right thing, Op. Incredible scorched earth story. Take pride that you've done Texas proud. When they say everything is bigger in Texas, that now includes righteous justice against cheaters. Well, Lil be damned if this is not the most satisfying story I've ever read. Don't get me wrong, I'll know how physically, mentally and emotionally draining this must have been, and I'm really sorry you're going through it when you've done nothing to deserve it, but boy, this was a beautifully and carefully planned scorched earth moment. And serves her right. These posts are incredibly well written. If auto body repair doesn't work out, you may want to consider switching to something where you can use this skill. So wait, you said you sent Amber pictures your wife had taken of her and her husband. Does this mean your wife also ducked Amber's husband? Yup, that's what he meant. If you were to look up poetic justice in the dictionary, you'd find a picture of Amber. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please like and subscribe.